Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your girl, Golden Beauty, aka Nisha Girl. And I am here again today on a very wonderful topic that we all know and love sex. So, um, today, my friend, one of my homegirls back home in New York, she actually hit me up and she asked me, we were talking about sex, and supposedly her boyfriend or whatever, dude she's seeing, whatever you want to call him. Anyway, um, their sexual activities have kind of dwindled a little bit. And she didn't, I ain't gonna go into detail, but basically he's not doing the things that he used to do at the beginning of when they first started, talking or whatever. She's like, he used to like beat it up at the beginning, and now it's like he's like getting lazy with it. So I'm like, getting lazy? Like, is he just laying there and letting you do you? Or, I mean, what? So she's like, I mean, it just doesn't seem like he's into it as much as he used to in the beginning. So we pretty much, I told her that this is how it goes down. All right, men and women, it doesn't even matter. And y'all will probably notice in a lot of my videos, I'm going to hit both the men and women's side because I don't believe in taking sides. I believe in being neutral. If I believe one side is right, I'm going to go ahead and say that side is right. If I believe one side is wrong, I'm going to say one side is wrong. But we're going to hit both sides, men and women, when the sex changes. Um, Men, y'all cannot come into a relationship at the beginning and beat it up. I'm talking about beating up. You putting in your all. You putting all your eggs in one basket. You giving it to us. You giving us the business. The whole 9 yards. Okay, or however many yards y'all got. We ain't even gonna go there. But y'all giving it y'all all. Y'all pull all the tricks and everything out the hat towards the beginning of the relationship. Now, y'all been talking with a chick for about 8 months, going on a year. Don't start slacking off, and the next thing you know, you doing some totally different stuff that you weren't doing at the beginning. For instance, if, like I said, if you beating it up like it ain't nobody's business, you trying to make sure you lay your mark on a female. You cannot all of a sudden 8 months down the line be like, slow it down, start wanting to make love and shit. You weren't doing that at the beginning. So now all of a sudden you want to start slowly and start caressing. Something is wrong. I'm sorry. Something is wrong. And I told my homegirl, I was like, he might be under investigation. Because how did he flip the script like that? If he wasn't doing that at the beginning and he was beating it up in the beginning, it is one out of two things. Now, if this is his first time slowing up on you and being a little lazy, maybe that nigga just tired. He got a lot on his mind. He ain't really trying to put forth a whole bunch of effort. So he's slacking. Give him that, okay? We all entitled to a bad day. Now, if this has been going on consecutively where he's not putting in any effort, put that nigga under investigation. Because obviously he getting it in somewhere else. His energy is being used somewhere else. And you need to check it. You know what I'm saying? You might need to check him. You know what I'm saying? Now, I told her, I was like, now also, how is your game going? Like, are you staying on point? Because we ain't going, I'm going to slide on over to us women now. Us women, we are just as liable as the men are. We have to put in our half as well. You know what I'm saying? We can't come into a relationship giving dude the business and pulling all the tricks out the hat and giving it to him good, and then 8 months to a year down the line, you want to start slowing down, and now it's, oh, I don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? That was like, oh, that was only a special occasion type sex. No. What we do to get the man at the beginning when it comes to sex, you got to keep doing it. Same thing with men. The same thing you did to keep that shorty coming back to you and one you and only you, when 9 times out of 10 she can go and get it from somewhere else. And men, you can easily go and get it from somewhere else too. So don't try to act like you ain't got another chick in the stash that you can go hit off when your main shorty is fucking up. Don't even try to act like y'all ain't got y'all little backups. Okay? So you, both sides, you gotta keep doing what you did in the beginning to keep that person. That goes with everything else. The same little things you used to do, that's more so on the relationship status. But sex, you have, it's mandatory. It's mandatory. Especially when we as people get accustomed to what other people do. So you got to do what you do. If you in a relationship and y'all sexually involved, and let's say at the beginning y'all use toys or whatever, that nigga is going to be expecting you to use toys all the time when y'all get it in. It's plain and simple. Once you do something that men like, it's got to be in the program at all times. At all times. If you give some banging ass head, trust and believe it's got to be in your routine every time. Unless you tell that nigga you don't feel like doing it, but he gonna be like, well, why? What's wrong? If you that good, he should be asking that question. But, it has to stay in the routine. Men, same goes for you. If you hook that girl up with some banging ass head, you gotta keep it in the fucking program. You can't slack off, do it 1 or 2 times, and a couple of months ago down the line, you ain't did it in a while. It's a problem. Now, there are your reasons. You guys have your reason for not doing it. I understand. She may not be taking care of herself. Then you need to confront her about that. But if that ain't the case, y'all slacking on your pimping. Really. Because if you ain't going to do it, how the saying go? If you ain't going to do it, another one will. Trust and believe. It is not hard. It's not hard at all. But with these days and times, people passing diseases and all that shit, stick with the one that you got. You know what I'm saying? That you happy with. You don't need a whole bunch of sex partners and all that shit. If you dealing with somebody and that person is giving you the business like you like it, stick with that person. Just stick with that person. But you catch that nigga doing not handling his biz, there's a problem. Either that nigga is dealing with somebody else and giving them the business and not you, or he just had a bad day. Now, unless y'all talked about it also. Now, if your mate starts slacking on the pimping and starts so-called, well, let's make love, whatever, okay? I done been there, done that too. You know what I'm saying? I've heard that excuse. Well, I just want to change it up. Let's make love. We ain't made love. I was in a 10-year relationship. 10-year relationship. Beat it up every motherfucking time. Every motherfucking time. Beating it up. There was no such thing as motherfucking love making for 10 years. On the 10th year, all of a sudden, it was, let's slow down. I ain't going nowhere. Let's make love. Really? Really? You ain't made love to me for the whole 10 years we been fucking with each other. Since when All of a sudden, now you want to make love? Oh, hell nah. Ding, light bulb went off. This nigga doing some shit he ain't supposed to be doing. And sure enough, I was right. So, it may not be the case for all. It may be the case for some. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. And it goes for women too. If your lady is slacking on her pimping and stops doing shit that she used to do at the beginning, check her. It's 9 times out of 10, she probably fucking around with somebody else. She ain't ready to leave your ass. One or the other. Now, y'all can agree to disagree, but that's my opinion on it. And that's just part 1 of a discussion on sex. So, if y'all want to hear some more, trust and believe, I will post more videos as soon as possible. So, peace, one love.